Have you ever felt useless, like you just can't contribute to the group, you're just not important, you're not helpful, you don't belong? I think feeling useless comes back to a core feeling that I can't contribute to this group, therefore I can't belong, and belonging is just so foundational to good mental health. So today I want to address that question. Hi, I'm James, this is Upgrade Me, join me. I think the issue of feeling useless comes back to our need for a sense of belonging. You know, people need to feel like they belong to have good mental health. That is a foundation. When we don't feel like we belong in a situation, we shut down, we can't flow, we go into a sort of a survival mode, we get shy. We just feel like we can't contribute to the group. We lose confidence and we can't grow and expand and add to the world. So feeling useless is an issue because it affects our sense of belonging. I want to talk about two types of belonging that you can have. One of them is a sense of belonging that comes by being able to contribute positively to a group. You know, this comes down to the core of a lot of society where it's based on transactions. If you can add to our group, you can be competent, you can do this, and you can be part of our group. You know, I built a lot of my sense of security on being competent. You know, I'm a competent person, I can do things, I can contribute to a group, I'm willing to work hard. And when I started doing some self-work, deep self-work, and realised that I had this sort of sense of anxiety all the time, this deep sense of angst, I realised that a lot of it came from a feeling that I didn't belong. And the way that I belonged to groups was I was competent, and I would help, and I would work, and I would serve, and I would be good at what I did. And so I would get a lot of responsibility and more work to be in the group. The problem is when you built your sense of belonging on transactional, I'll do this, if you give me that, I'll help and I'll serve and I'll always put my hand up to help. I'll be the nice person in the group and I'll conform to whatever the rules are in this particular group if you allow me to belong. That kind of transactional belonging. Problem with that transactional belonging, there's always a foundational sense of insecurity, because you know you're just one mistake away from being thrown out of that group. So transactional belonging, which is what most of us end up doing, works, but it won't meet this deep human need to be accepted unconditionally. We need belonging, but that belonging should be non-transactional, meaning that belonging should be given to us because we're human beings. Who gets to decide that you belong when you think about it? Everybody is born on this earth without their own volition. They're here, we come from the earth, we go back to the earth, we're here, we're all on equal terms in that way. Who can say that you belong or don't belong? No one actually gets to say that. That is something you've agreed to. When you let a group say you belong or don't belong, and you accept that as meaning you shouldn't be here, or I don't belong, I shouldn't exist, when those thoughts start to come into your mind, it's because you've bought into this whole transactional, a conditional belonging. Well, I come from the earth, you come from the earth, I'm a being, you're a being. Who gets to say who belongs or not? I belong because I'm here. That kind of belonging is what you need to start to move into. It needs to be a belonging that comes from understanding that you're a valuable human being who has the right to exist, the same right to exist as everybody else. You have as much to contribute, and even if you don't contribute, it doesn't matter, because you are a sovereign human being who who's here and therefore has the right to exist. The earth has made your body, and your body's going to go back to the earth. Your being, this consciousness that I am, you know, has the right to be here. Human slavery is a really good example of transactional belonging, where we make people tools, we make people ladders, or we make people machines in cogs to fulfill our survival needs. And in a survival situation, you can understand why we do that. If I'm in danger of starvation or I'm in danger of being attacked, you can see why I would start to see everything as a way to survive. And that makes sense, but we need to move beyond that. treating people as a tool, as an object to meet my survival needs is not accurate. It's not an accurate description of what a human is. It's working against human dignity. It's working against who we are as people. So it's really important to understand that our belonging isn't something that needs to be given. It's something we already have. I belong on the earth because I'm here. You belong on the earth because you're here. I have no right to say you don't belong, and you have no right to say I don't belong. And so I think feeling useless in a group comes from a sense that a misbelief that to belong I have to do something. I have to earn belonging. You don't have to earn belonging. Belonging is something that you have because you're a creature on this earth. Everybody who's here right now belongs. If they didn't, they wouldn't be here. And none of us have the authority to give or take away a sense of belonging. So if you're struggling with finding a real sense of belonging, I want you to start thinking about belonging in a more intrinsic way. Think about it differently. Think about being useless in a different way. You're not useless. No one's useless. It's not about being useful or not useful. Belonging comes because you have the right to exist. Some of the mantras that I use, some of the statements that I'll tell myself when I'm feeling like I don't belong, and they're really powerful. One of them is, I belong where I am, and I am where I belong. This is my earth. This is my planet too. These are some really good, strong truth coaches you can use. You can make your own ones up, but it's based on, belonging is based on not transaction, but because I'm here and I have the right to be here. And so if you can work on this, it's an incredibly powerful step forward in your personal development. If you can come to a place where belonging is internal, where you feel belonging in here and you carry it around with you, you can walk into any situation and you can be yourself and you can express who you are without hindrance, without feeling useless, without asking permission. I'm not talking about being rude and obnoxious, but you have a confidence because you understand that belonging isn't given to you, it's something you already have. So if that's been helpful for you, I'd love it for you to share or like. Have a look at my website. I've got, every week I'm putting up new videos and articles. Would you like to go to my Facebook page and maybe like it? That'd be wonderful too. Subscribe to my videos or sign up to my weekly upgrade me list where I send out new videos to you personally every week. I'm also going to be starting personal development sessions, and I'm going to be putting together a seminar in a couple of months, and I'll let you know all about that. If you're interested, put something down in the comments. Love talking to you. Catch you later. Bye.